Well, here I am, just having a little bit of self-care. Self-care is hugely important, and yeah, just try to keep my hands nice and soft wherever I can. I mean, I'm a very impetuous woman, so when I'm outside and wandering about, I'm inclined to kind of dig my hands into the soil at a moment's notice, or chop wood, or cut a hedge, or whatever, and I don't really think of my hands. And as you can see, my nails need a little bit of polish on them. Yeah, anyway. I'm laughing because I just read a comment from, trying to think of the name. It was just one of those YouTube handle names, I think. But it was a woman who said that her boyfriend listens or watches this YouTube channel. That's the alarm going off. I think there's a little fox out there. I did put some food out. Anyway, yeah, she said her boyfriend watches the YouTube channel, and he's Mexican and doesn't understand a word I say. But loves to listen. And I was thinking about this, and I am aware that sound is vibration, and there are certain vibrational levels which can be quite healing, or can be relaxing, or can help lower blood pressure. And I thought, yeah, you know, this is something that we don't take enough notice of. Like, for example, when I go to bed, Patsy, come over here. When I go to bed at night, invariably I like to find a podcast or something on YouTube that I can listen to. And if it's someone who talks too fast or too loud, or, you know, sounds a bit braggy, it just doesn't do it for me. I like to listen to something which is fairly intelligent, like usually historical, and you know, with a nice, easy listening voice. Mostly, of course, I read. I read before bed. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I'll probably be tittering about this all evening. You know, the thought of someone, you know, gazing at the screen, not understanding one word, not one iota, I say, and still fascinated enough to listen. Yeah. So, this one's for you, Mr. I don't know what you're called, who doesn't understand a word I say, but loves to listen. And you know, there's a wee message there, isn't there? Maybe we all need to listen more. And as I don't have one of those mics that the camera picks up, this may be a bit difficult to listen to, but anyway, there we go. Who's a beautiful girl? Yes, it's you. So today I went down to the garage to have my car washed. It's another one of those stories, okay. And there's a moral in this story, or a lesson anyway. So I was queuing up and nobody was taking any notice of me. And the guys who were washing the car in front didn't even acknowledge me. Normally they would come and say, yeah, you can leave your car, leave the keys in, you know. But they were too busy chatting. So I thought, okay, I'll go and park around the back of the garage and I'll go into the shop because I've got a few things to get, you know, some dog food. And I came out and I stood there for a moment and I looked. I saw two women and a young girl stood by the corner of the garage shop watching the two guys wash their car. And they were actually stood waiting in the cold, just waiting. And I thought, oh look, there's a little there's a little robin down there. And I thought, Colette, pull yourself together. Get home and wash that car yourself. You're not going to be standing around, you know, wasting time, you know, perhaps half an hour of your life that you never get back, just waiting. So here I am. I'm washing my car. It's a very simple thing. I have a soft broom, okay? It's got soft bristles on it. And I have a bowl or a bucket of soapy water. That's just got dishwashing liquid in it. A few squirts. So kind of soap it down in sections and then rinse it with the cold water, which I'm getting over there from the rain barrel, by the way. So, hey-ho. I gave myself some good advice there. Pull yourself together, Colette. Get real. Oh, and by the way, see, I'm just washing this side now. But I finished this side, but I will give it a little going over again, just, you know, for double. Oh yeah, see, there's a little bit of dirt there. Look, I can just see it on the side. So that's okay. Give it another little bit of a wash, hither and thither, and I'm good to go. Doesn't it look smart? Doesn't look like a 7-year-old car. No, hang on. No, what is it? Year 17. Yeah, 7-year-old car. So I'm just relaxing now, having washed the car, washed and rinsed it. Oh, and done the wheels. I hadn't done the wheels there when I'd showed it to you. So I'm just in here, you know, just chilling out for 20 minutes or so. Someone else is over there, look, chilling out. See, she's so smart. She sits in the sunlight. Smart wee girl. So I'm actually going up to Belfast today to visit my gorgeous granddaughters. My little, the youngest grandchild, who's my youngest granddaughter as well. The last time I went up there, you know, she's only 2 years old, and she's such a wee character. She's such a wee character. I just love her because her personality just sort of bubbles out of her, you know. And I turned up at the door. And there she was with her daddy standing behind her. And she said, "Hello, Nana, come on in." And she kind of scooped her hand, you know, kind of waved her hand to kind of usher me in. And then I was held captive then for about an hour and a half reading her stories. She gets all these books out straight away when I sit down on the sofa, and she kind of nestles up beside me and starts opening the books, and I have to read all the stories to her. So there you go. It's lovely to spend time with you know, your family or your friends or your loved ones or just whoever it is that you don't normally get to see every day. You know, it's just lovely to spend time with them. So, unfortunately, I can't take the wee one with me there because, you see, my daughter's got 2 cats, and anyone who knows these wee Jack Russells will know they're wee rascals when it comes to chasing. So, I have... Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning now. I have someone quite close to me who's going to come and stay here at the cottage and mind Patsy. Yes, mind her. Sort of be her slave for 2 days, which is more like it. So I will upload this video when I get back from Belfast, because I might add a few more wee bits to it. Anyway, it's a beautiful day, as you can see there. The sun is just streaming in. It's beautiful, just beautiful. So much to be grateful for. You know, there's such a feeling of this high energy of Imok in the air. It's actually quite exhilarating. That's what it is. And I've just got back from Belfast. I've been up there for a few days with my beloved granddaughters and just felt so energised about coming back. Like I just drove along the M1 singing because I felt so joyous about coming home and getting stuck in to all the little tasks that have to be done at this time of year. Now, as you can see, I was cutting willow before I left. I've got to cut dogwoods because in order to get that beautiful colour, you know, you have to cut them back each year and let the new growth come up. There's willow, more willow up there that I've got to cut. And a lot of tidying up. And as you can see, the leaves which were wet and kind of soggy and sticking to the ground, as the daylight grows in length and strength, these leaves dry very quickly, and the slightest bit of wind starts to blow them away into corners. And so the paths begin to look quite tidy. It's as though, well, not as though, it is nature doing her big clean-up and doing her, okay, everyone, let's get ready now for the season ahead. So it's really, oh, here we go. She always gives me a blast of fresh air. Beautiful. So yeah, there's this beautiful wind, even though it was quite windy last night. Even up in Belfast, it was very windy. I was sleeping at the top of the house, so I could hear it. And the house is built on the side of a hill overlooking Belfast, so yeah, it was windy. But I'm looking down now at these beautiful little daffodils, these little narcissi coming up. What else did I see? Because when I arrived back, I immediately got Patsy on the lead and took her out for a little walk. And yeah, I was just noticing new growth everywhere. I'm just seeing something there. So one of my tasks that I was embarked upon last year was to cut back like a little sheltered spot in here in the laurels, and get a bench, or make a little bench to put in there because, excuse me, because that faces south. Oh, look what I've just noticed here. A lovely big growth of sorrel. Beautiful sorrel. I feel like doing a little bit of a juice fast. This is what happens at this time of the year when I feel that energy from the earth. You know, one of the greatest life-changing routines that anyone can take on themselves is to get as close to Mother Earth as possible, to be outdoors, even if you don't have a garden, to walk, to go to woodlands, to go to open countryside, to take notice, to take stock, to engage with Mother Nature, because this is where the real medicine is to be found. Old teapots make fantastic nesting boxes for birds. And if you ensure that the spout is pointing downwards, then the little nest keeps really dry. Wedge it tightly though into the tree. I hope that all of you are having a wonderful beginning to spring and just sensing all the newness that's happening and all the wonderful life that's coming back into the world around us. So much to be grateful for. And remember that in these very troubled times, and I call them the times of deceit or the time of deceit, Mother Nature is real. Probably the only reality that we have. Yeah. And before I go, I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, because your support means so much to me. And for those of you who wish to buy any of my books, the links are to be found below each and every video. And don't forget, my latest book, all about Imach, is about to be dropped off in the post office. Yeah, the printer is almost finished printing my books. And of course, they're all printed here in Ireland and all posted from Bealtaine Cottage and the local village post office in Ballyfarnan. Blessings to you all.